It's Tuesday, December 21st, 2021, 10:04 p.m. And this is, what day did I start the keto diet? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesdays. This is day 4 of keto diet. And just to get to the good stuff, I weighed myself today and I am down another 0.4 pounds. So I'm down to 180.8 pounds from the start of 184.5 on Saturday. And I at dinner tonight, I told my parents, yeah, I'm down another 0.4 pounds. My dad's like, well, that's within the margin of error of the scale. I'm like, yeah, I guess you could say that every day. But whatever. Everybody is trying to hold me down. Like, a lot of people comment on Facebook. Sorry, I'm just multitasking here, closing my curtains. A lot of people on Facebook keep commenting, well, it's not sustainable, it's not the way to do it. Like, my friend Ami messaged me today. He's like, people who do keto, they just gain the weight back. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, does that mean I replied, well, I'll just enjoy the brief moment of being skinny that, I get. Like, it's such a weird thing. My dad's been using that excuse as well. Like, even before I did this keto thing, he was always saying, well, if you lose weight, most people gain it back. I'm like, I don't see why that's a reason not to do it. First of all, I don't agree that it just bounces back. I think it's easier to maintain your weight than to lose weight. So, for example, like if I was just going to go strictly caloric restriction, let's say, with the doctor, I calculated I should eat 1,500 calories a day, which is 500 calories less than the 2,000 I need to maintain my body. And then I would lose, a pound a week or something. But once you reach that, then I can go back to 2,000 calories a day because that's the maintenance weight, right? I don't need to be losing weight. So it's easier to maintain your weight once you lose it, first of all. Also, I think it's motivating. Like, once you do lose the weight, like, I'd be more likely to be like, you know what, I'm not going to have that double cheeseburger because I like being thin. But when you're fat at the beginning, sorry, I'm just going to fill my CPAP machine. Actually, did I even turn on last night? It's pretty much full of water. I don't know, I'll put some more water in. But what if you're fat at the beginning, it's hard to get motivated to not eat that cheeseburger because you're like, well, it's going to taste really good, this, whatever it is, the dessert or whatever. But, if I don't eat it, I'm not going to suddenly look better. Like, it's not going to make a difference, just this one thing. So it's really hard to get motivated. But, I guess you could say the same thing when you're thin. It's like, well, I'm not going to get fat from this cheeseburger. But I feel like it's a slippery slope. I think once you feel good, you're like, I'm going to maintain this. And in any case, none of our time is guaranteed on this earth, right? You could argue like, well, you might, be skinny for a bit and then gain it back. Well, you might also get hit by a bus, after you get skinny. So at least you enjoyed being skinny. Like, I don't understand that logic at all. I think just do something. Like, so I'm not going to get rich because people who get rich lose their money. It's like, I don't know. I guess you could always come up with an excuse. I'm not going to quit smoking because people who quit smoking start smoking again. Okay. So you might as well just kill yourself? Like, I don't know. You could talk yourself out of doing anything. I'm not going to do comedy because I could become a successful comedian and then be not successful later. Well, then why do anything? I'm not going to get married and have kids because eventually I'll die. It's like, okay, so you miss out on the pleasures of anything. Anyways, I'm not going to let these people demotivate me. Well, first of all, I wanted to mention that yesterday, I forgot to mention in my video that I did a urine strip test that I bought at the drugstore, and I measured it, and I was exactly in the right zone for ketosis. I took this little test thing, and the test strip, where is the ketosis things? Oh yeah, you measure it, you put your strip up against up the little thing there, and I was right here, which says medium, and then the doctor I'm chatting with said, oh, she found a chart, and it says that's be right in medium, moderate, and I'm like, boom, I'm right there. It's like funny, like whenever I do things, I seem to just do it exactly right. Like, I'm kind of lucky, and I'm like, this is why I should just, well, that's why my name is Spark the Genius. So that's exciting. So it means I'm in ketosis, and I've been reading about this for years. Being in ketosis, you have the keto flu, and like your body has to really change and react and whatever. I didn't notice anything. I mean, maybe we can go back and look at the videos. I had a dry mouth briefly once, but I wouldn't even know any difference. I'm glad then that I had the urine test, because otherwise I wouldn't even know I'm in ketosis. But it feels kind of cool. I feel kind of cool knowing that my body is making ketones, and it's in a whole different zone. Like it's in a different process. Like, what a cool experiment. It only took me like a couple of days to. I mean, I don't even know. I didn't even test it earlier. But so who knows how quickly I entered ketosis. And I was listening to a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about ketones and how can you increase your ketones. What were they talking about? I guess maybe losing weight, but they were also talking about how to maximize your brain power. I thought the problem was that your brain wants glucose. Um, and so if you're in ketosis, you're not getting the brain food that you need. But I don't know. I still feel as smart as I was before, or as dumb as I was before. Depends on how you want to look at it. But all the research the doctor's been doing says it's very good for you. And it's actually being in. The keto diet was designed to help epileptics because it stops. It stops seizures, and then they've also been looking at it for other diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So I'd love to coach my sister, but my sister has some mental challenges. Like, I don't know if she'd be able to do it, but she's been very good. I mean, she's also celiac, and she's been very good at not eating celiac. And so, I mean, maybe I could coach her. And my dad, as much as he's ragging on me at dinner, he keeps saying afterwards, like, well, if it works, and I could lose weight by eating all the bacon I want, I'll do that. And it's like, yeah, I won't tell him how quickly the bacon uh, loses its appeal. Because I had 3 strips of bacon today and 3 eggs. It wasn't bad, actually. I added, I put some blocks of cheese on there, and I had my little protein shake. And then my mom's trying to sabotage it as well. She's like, I think after dinner I made a little shake, and she's like, oh, is that like a meal replacement? I'm like, it's 110 calories. It's pure protein. It's fine. Like, I know what I'm doing is healthy. I've researched a lot. And it's having it's having a positive effect already on my weight, and I feel fine. I don't feel any different. And so, it's like I said in a previous video. People, whenever your loved ones are the ones who, when you're changing, they're the most likely to rag on you, and it's strangers that'll be like, go for it, go for it. Because they don't want to see you change. It threatens their own world. And I think that my mom was also threatened because I'm living with my parents right now, and she cooks meals, and so if I'm not eating her meals, it's kind of like takes away, I guess, her. I don't know if this is not the joy of cooking, but she feels like this is something she's doing for the family. And if I don't want her cooking, it's like what, it's like refusing her help. But she's also adapted. Like when I came to the table, I wasn't that hungry at dinner because I pretty much ate at like 3 o'clock, and then at like 6 o'clock, I wasn't starving, but she had my salad out because I bought like chopped salad yesterday, so that was there, and I put some salad dressing on it, and that was fine. And I had a bit of my dark chocolate because that's got antioxidants, and had a little protein shake, and it was good to go. So that's really all I can update you on today. I went for my little jog. Sleep is a key thing. Like, since we're talking about health and maximum productivity, I wound up going to bed at 1 a.m. last night again because I guess I filmed my video, and then I was like, oh, I need to get that up, and I told myself I'm not going to do that anymore because I was reading this anti-aging doctor on Instagram, and he said, sleep is so important. So he goes to bed at 10 and gets up at 6, and I commented I should do that too. And that's always been my thing. If you go back and look at my Facebook, Instagram stories from like 5 years ago, I was like, if only I could go to bed at 9. So I decided 9's probably a bit early. And then right now I was like, oh, it's 10. I want to keep going through my email. I'm like, no. And then I told myself, all right, I got to film this video, but I cannot worry about posting it. It doesn't have to be the same day. Like, just get up in the morning at 6 a.m. and then I can post it. I can post a funny little reel I shot today when I was out jogging. By the way, I did my little 5 kilometer jog today. Did I buy any food on the way back? No, because here's the thing. Because I woke up at like 7:45 or something, and I was like, oh, it's not enough sleep, and I tried to sleep. I couldn't, but I was just lying in bed, and no, maybe I woke up at 9, but it still wasn't enough sleep. I calculated, and then I came upstairs, and my sister was here, but she has Parkinson's, so she's already having a nap at 11:30. and then I said, okay, I'm going out for my jog, and I was going to come back and help her with the batteries on this exercise bike I built for her, but she was already gone. And it was like noon. My mom texted me. She's like, "You're gonna go home with your sister's place," but then she's like, "Never mind, they're gone." So, but if I had gone for my jog at like 7 a.m. or even 9 a.m., I would have been here and ready to go. So I don't want to keep going to bed late and then waking up exhausted and all that. Like this is the key thing. If I can just get this piece there, just say it's 10 o'clock every night. That's when I go to bed. Maybe I'll break that on the weekends if I go to bars, but we're locked down again anyway, so maybe I'm not even going to bars. Actually, bars are only open till like 10 or 11 now, so maybe this is good. Um, so yeah, if I can just get that component, if I go right to bed now, I was even thinking of going upstairs and having some cheese or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? If I just have a glass of water now and just force myself to go right to bed, I think I'll be fine and just get up in the morning and then it'll all be happening. Because I was reading, there were some Instagrammers saying, how ways to get in ketosis, and it was or lose weight and activate it or make it better. One of them was move more. So I'm like, okay, if I can just get up or go for my jog, but like maybe go for walks and stuff, and then I'll start lifting some weights. My mom's got some hand weights upstairs. It said drink ketones, and she keeps saying when people go, "What does that mean?" She's like, "Message me." So she's selling some kind of product. But there's other things like MCL, which stands for mono, I don't know, some kind of fat that's in coconut oil, which is good. So maybe I can buy some of that. The doctor says, it's not absolutely necessary. And yeah, I don't need to start wasting money on lots of things, but I'll buy some Greens Plus and that kind of thing. But yeah, the sleep is key, and I'm on the ketone diet now, and I'm actually not, I mean, the fact that I'm not eating just before bed now might even be like a big thing as well. Like if I can just cut out that extra thing, it's not just the keto diet. It's also if you eat a bit less, your body is now forced to it's burning fat for fuel, so it's going to be burning my fat even. So it's not necessary. You don't have to count calories when you're on keto, but the less you eat, still better. So yeah, and then if I can keep it in a window of like, I think I finished eating around 7. And that's actually the goal for me. Like if I can not eat for 16 hours, so 7 to 7 would be 12. Uh, and then it's 11 a.m. So I could go for a jog and not eat until 11 a.m. And that would be the perfect intermittent fasting. And if I can combine that with the keto, I'm gonna be skinny, fit. I'll be muscular and I'll be in my best shape. And it's not even just about looking better because nobody cares. Like I'm a 49-year-old man. There's nobody going, "Ooh, he's hot." Like, but hopefully I'll be more active and I don't know. I just want to be as healthy as possible so I can live as long as possible and then get really rich and take advantage of all the technologies that'll be coming up. And maybe I'll live to 120 and I'll be like, my God, I'm like a teenager again. But I got to stay alive for all that. Or at least have a baby with someone and raise some kids. And then when I'm 90, I can be like, hey, I'm still playing with you guys, right? Anyways, with my 40-year-old child, we'll be playing. All right, so talk to you tomorrow because I'm not going to post this till later. I'm just going right to bed, right to bed. Okay, bye.